Hey guys, so I hope you're doing well. So today's video is going to be on my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palettes that I feel like you need in your life, that are essential and really good and worth the money. So the first one I have here is by a brand called Makeup Addiction Cosmetics. I'm not sure if you've heard about them. You probably have. I did a collaboration with them last year. I have a brush collection. Just in case you don't know, I will link it in the description box. But they also do eyeshadow palettes, and they've actually brought out, I think, two or three more since then. So this is the first one they came out with. It has literally been my holy grail palette. So it looks like this, and it's called the Flaming Love palette. So it comes with 8 shades. It has 3 matte and 5 shimmer shades. And honestly, this brown here, I use it all the time for my my transition color, and obviously the darker brown for the crease. And then this like burgundy red shade is absolutely amazing. It's so pigmented, and for me, I feel like this is probably their best palette. This gold here can be your lid color, and you have obviously a purple and green just in case you want to go for something different. But these are like my neutrals, and then I have this like rose gold shade here, and then this one obviously broke, so it's like also like a light pink, the light pink champagne shade. It is pretty good. My palettes are not very clean. I always wonder how people keep their palettes really clean when I show it on camera. I'm like, do you even use your palettes? Because it's like, this is as real as it's gonna get right now. Look at how crusty and manky that looks. I've even smashed the mirror, but it's just to show you that I use it all the time. But this is meant to be the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. Now, out of all their palettes, this was the first one they came out with, and I feel like this is the best one. The colours are very complementary, and you literally have a need for all the shades in this palette. The bottom ones, I absolutely love them for like smoky eye looks. You have the neutral shades, gold, champagnes, and you have like your brow bone highlight shades. I actually don't really use these 3. But the rest of them I have tried, and they're amazing. The quality, the pigment, you know, they're just really good. And I've had this for ages, and I haven't actually hit pan yet. This is an American brand, but it's available here in the UK now. Cult Beauty sell them, and I think Beauty Bay. I mean, it's not on the affordable side, but the shades, the actual quality of the shadows are really good. The next one I have is the Morphe 350 palette. This is also a very good palette. A lot of the palettes I'm going to show you kind of have like a neutral, warm tone feel to them, but this is amazing. This comes with a mixture of matte and shimmer shades, and honestly, like this section, the oranges, like they're literally my favorite. It's so, do you know how hard it is to find an orange that actually shows up on my skin tone? It's ridiculous. But these ones are very pigmented, and it's not like ashy, it's not powdery. It blends really well. All the browns, golds in the middle, it's so pretty. Then they actually came out with 2 more palettes, so they literally split them up into completely matte and completely shimmer. So you have the 350 matte palette and the 350 shimmer palette, and I actually have both. Morphe brushes do a really affordable palette. They do have a lot of ones I feel like are kind of repeating themselves in terms of the shades, but if you were to get one from them, I definitely recommend the 350 palette. The next one is another Morphe brushes, but it's the Jaclyn Hill collaboration, and I got mine like a month ago, like ages. I got mine, you know, sent to me. It's a white, it has a white like white front and back, so it does get very dirty. I have definitely tried to clean this as best as I can, but this is what it looks like. I really was very impressed with this palette. I felt like she did a good job in terms of the colors that she chose. The 35 shades in here. This as well comes with a mixture of matte and shimmer shades. I absolutely love the fact that she's got like colors around here, and as well all the browns, all the like warm tones are literally very pigmented, and they show up on my skin tone. Since I got it, I've been using this palette. I took it with me to Mallorca, I took it with me to LA. I literally have been using this palette. The only thing I would say is there isn't, for me, a very like an ideal brow bone highlight, but besides that, everything else, I absolutely love this palette. And yes, I will probably do a couple of tutorials if you guys actually watch them. Those are now my least watched videos, my tutorials, my makeup tutorials. I was planning on doing the Rihanna looks as well, but it got so late that I felt like no one's gonna want to watch it now. So I was away when it came out. By the time you see this video, it will probably have already sold out again, but she will be restocking this palette, so you'll be able to get your hands on it. I have a drugstore one. This is Makeup Revolution, and this is their Flawless, the Ultra Professional Eyeshadow. This is their Flawless palette. Again, this is another kind of neutral and smoky palette. It has some smoky shades here, some greens, blues, which is quite nice, like a dark blue and like a shimmery black. But yeah, this is another like go-to neutral. It's got some shimmers, a mixture of matte and shimmers as well. So again, this is definitely more on the affordable side. I don't remember how much it's worth, probably like £6 or £7. But this is another one to get. They have tons of shadows. Makeup Revolution is actually a pretty good brand for shadows anyway, so even if you can't get this, there's so many other ones on there. I couldn't reach, I'm trying to find the rest of my palettes, but this is the one I could reach for. 32 eyeshadows in this palette. I definitely think it's worth the money and it's a good bargain. Now the next one are the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. I feel like these three, the first one they brought out was the Nubian palette, which was more of a neutral golden brown palette, which looks like this. 12 shades, matte and shimmer, just only 3 matte and the rest are shimmer shades. And again, a very good neutral, beginner friendly palette. And then they moved on to the Nubian 2 palette, which now kind of added more colour. This only has 2, or possibly 3, no, 4 matte shades, and the rest, there are 12 in here and the rest are shimmer. They are so pigmented, like literally one swatch and it's just, it is crazy. It is absolutely ridiculous, and they're like probably the most pigmented I've ever tried, like in terms of shadows. So, and then the next one is the Masquerade palette, which is a lot bigger, and this has a lot more. It has more the mixture of what that palette and the original, the Nubian palette had, so just a bit more colour. These browns and oranges and dark reds, like burgundies, are my favourite. Like if I was to make a palette, these will definitely be in them. Literally one swatch, one swipe, it's like, it's out. It's ridiculous, and it's not like it's chalky or, you know, has a lot of fallout. It's just, it's amazing. I really like them. So that's all for this video. I hope this helped you. I know there's tons more other palettes, but a lot of them I actually ended up selling because I just didn't feel, I didn't really like them. So these are what I thought are definitely worth the money. Good quality, good pigmentation, don't have lots and lots of fallout, and they're not chalky and powdery. So I will link them in the description box for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any more suggestions, definitely let me know. And before you go, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and also click the bell so you definitely won't miss any videos. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!